Good morning, dear students. I am Dr. Srinivas Bhattini, Professor of Chemistry in St. Peter's Engineering College. In the last video, we have discussed the petroleum refining. Previous that, the petroleum belongs to liquid fuels, solid fuels, liquid fuels, and gas fuels. In that, we have discussed the liquid fuels, that about the petroleum, how to purify the petroleum, how to fraction the petroleum, meaning and distillation, fractional distillation, removal of impurities, removal of solid impurities, gaseous impurities. All these things we have discussed in the last video. Today, so how to prepare some synthetic petrol like that? You are using cracking. So by using of cracking, how to prepare the liquid fuels. So that is today we are going to discuss about the cracking. So what is meant by cracking? So tell me that what is the topic today? The cracking. Cracking. So cracking is what? Decomposition of larger hydrocarbon molecules to smaller hydrocarbon molecules. Decomposition of larger molecules to smaller molecules. So larger molecules, example, you have to know what is the larger molecules. For example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like that. So 10 is the larger, 5 is the smaller. 20 is the larger, 10 is the smaller. Like that, can you give one example? The example is the decane. Organic hydrocarbons mean alkanes, alkenes, acetylens, like that. So we have to decomposition in presence of high temperature, pressure, or catalyst. So the larger molecules convert into or break it into or decomposed into smaller molecules. Okay. Example is what? Decane. Decane, when decomposes to smaller molecule like pentane and pentene. So what is the formula of decane and pentane and pentene? So simply decane means 10, C10, H22. Pentamine 5, H12, and pentene 2 carbons less, double bond, H10. So this is the pentane and decane. So decane is the larger molecule and converted into 2 smaller molecules. So both are hydrocarbons. So cracking is mainly divided into 2 types: thermal cracking and catalytic cracking. What are that topics? Mainly cracking is divided into 2 types. One is the thermal cracking and catalytic cracking. Catalytic cracking and thermal cracking. So what is meant by thermal cracking and catalytic cracking? So thermal cracking, thermal means hot, therma plus hot means temperature. If the cracking takes place at a high temperature, then it is thermal cracking. What is that? If the cracking takes place at high temperature, then it is thermal cracking. It may takes place in 2 ways. One is the liquid phase thermal cracking, another one is the vapor phase thermal cracking. So what is now the thermal cracking? So mainly again divided into 2 types. So what is that? Liquid phase thermal cracking and vapor phase thermal cracking. crocking divided into thermal crocking, and one more is what? Catalytic crocking. And thermal crocking again divided into liquid phase thermal crocking and vapor phase thermal crocking. So what is mean between the difference between the liquid phase thermal crocking and vapor phase crocking? Just there is no difference, one line. The liquid phase crocking takes place at 475 to 530 degrees centigrade. What is that? Liquid phase catalytic. So thermal catalytic means, so we have to use the temperature, high temperature, at how much? 475 degrees centigrade to 530 degrees centigrade temperature. So what? And vapor temperature means, vapor almost it is 600 to 650 degrees centigrade. 600 to 650 degrees centigrade temperature. So the property. What is that? The thermal and vapor, the difference between where? Only temperature. The liquid phase crocking takes place at 475 to 530 degrees centigrade. What is the pressure? Pressure is also 100 kilograms per centigrade. So 100, here the pressure is the 100 kg, 100 kg per centimeter cube. And what about this one? It is 10 to 20 kilograms of temperature. Here 10 to 20 kilograms. Pressure is low. At low pressure, high temperature. High temperature, high pressure. Both are high in liquid phase catalytic. So that is the difference. What is the difference between the liquid phase and the vapor phase? So temperature is 4, less temperature 475 to 530 and high pressure, that is 100 kilograms per centimeter square. Whereas the thermal vapor crocking occurs at 600 to 650 degrees centigrade at a lower temperature, lower pressure, that is the 10 to 20 kilograms per centigrade. So that is the difference between the liquid phase as well as the vapor phase thermal catalytic and thermal crocking. Okay. So now thermal crocking is completed. Now catalytic cracking. This is the catalytic cracking. Crocking is mainly divided into two types: thermal crocking and catalytic. Thermal crocking again divided into two types, that is liquid phase thermal cracking and vapor phase thermal cracking. So liquid phase thermal cracking, the difference is the only temperature, low temperature, high pressure 470 to 530 and pressure is 100 kilograms. Whereas the vapor phase thermal cracking is the 600 degrees centigrade temperature, high pressure and low pressure and high temperature and low pressure. The low pressure is 10 to 20 kilograms. Okay, next catalytic cracking. So what is meant by catalytic? So already you listen in intermediate, catalyst, preparation of dalda using nickel. So hydrogenation, hydrogen and nickel catalyst, palladium catalyst, platinum catalyst. So we have used plenty of catalyst in synthesis of organic compounds. Okay, so here the catalytic cracking, when imprints of the cracking takes place, thermal cracking just imprints temperature and pressure. But whereas in catalytic cracking, the cracking takes place imprints of catalyst. The cracking takes place due to the presence of catalyst. Okay, so that is the name is as a catalytic cracking. Okay, catalytic cracking again divided into two types: fixed bed catalytic cracking and moving bed type cracking. They are again divided into two types: fixed bed catalytic cracking. Moving bed catalytic cracking. So catalytic cracking mean what? If the cracking takes place due to the presence of catalyst, then it's named as catalytic cracking. Catalytic cracking are two types: fixed bed type catalytic and moving bed type. There are 6 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cylinders, 6 reactors. So remember it, 6 reactors. The first one is what? Preheater. So in this we can diagram this is the preheater. So how much temperature we have to take? At least to 425 to 450 degrees centigrade temperature. Then this is the catalytic chamber. Catalytic chamber. So in this, what we have to use? The main catalyst we have to take. Catalyst. This is the what? Catalyst. We can say catalyst. Okay. In this also some heater coils are there. Heating coils. Okay. Next chamber is what? This is the fractionating column. We can say fractionating column. Fractionating column. So then it is cooler. We can say cooler. This is a gasoline collector. Gasoline collector, and this is stabilizer or stabilizer chamber. Stabilizer and stabilizer. Okay, the crude oil. We are using the higher, larger liquids. So enter into this one. Okay. So what happened here? Just we have to remember the diagram. Okay. So here actually fixed bed catalytic, there are 6 containers are there. There are 6 containers are there. So what are the containers? One is the preheater container and catalytic chamber and fractionating column and cooler and gasoline collector and stabilized one. So these are the file. So the process is, this is the diagram, you have to draw it carefully. And the oil vapor heated at 420 to 450 degrees centigrade. So this is the oil coming, oil entering. That oil means that higher molecules enter into the free heater. So here the oil we have to use almost 400 to 450 degrees centigrade temperature. Then the heated oil forced to through catalytic chamber. Here, so immediately it enter into the catalytic chamber. It is also, you have to maintain the temperature, same temperature, 425 to 450 degrees centigrade temperature we have to maintain. The pressure is almost 1 kg per centimeter square. 1 kg centimeter square. So during entering into the catalytic chamber, you have to maintain the 425 to 450 degrees centigrade temperature, as well as pressure is 1.5 pressure we have to maintain. During their passage through the towers, about 40% of the charge is converted into gasoline. So how much of 40% is almost 40% of higher molecules converted into air. Cracking takes place. So this is the cracking gases. Here almost the catalyst at high temperature, the higher molecules are cooked into smaller molecules. The smaller gas molecules enter into the, at high temperature, enter into the, how much percentage? 40% of gas molecule enter into the fractionating column, because the larger molecule decomposes into many smaller molecules. Smaller molecules. That is the reason we have to use the fractionating column. So almost 2 to 4% of carbon layer formed in this one, in the catalytic chamber. Almost 2 to 4% of carbon is formed in the catalytic chamber. So what is that? Then what happened here in the fractionating column? The vapor produced is then passed through the fractionating column, where the heavy oil fractionate condenses. The vapors are then led to through coolers. So here what happened, already we discussed in the refining petroleum. So what happened here, these are the fractionating gases. Here what happened, at high temperature, mean high boiling point liquids, high boiling point gases condensed as liquids. So lower boiling temperatures are not condensed here. So high boiling points are solely first high boiling points. Gases are condensed easily, then later low boiling points are condensed. Where? In this one. So this is about the cooler. This is cooler. Okay. Then enter into the collector. This is the gasoline. So this is the liquid. Here liquid collector. So the vapors are then led to the cooler. Then what happened? Some of the gases are condensed along with the gasoline. Here in the gasoline, as well as some gases also there. The gasoline containing some dissolved gases. So then it's sent to a stabilizer. So we have here some stabilizers we are using. Stabilizer, because some gasoline as well as some gases also dissolved in this one. So we have to remove some dissolved gases in gasoline. So what we have to do? we have to use the stabilizers. So gasoline plus stabilizer plus other gases. So they are small, enter into the here. In the stabilizers, small gases are evaporated from here and gasoline are collected here. Gasoline. So we have to pure gasoline is formed. Where the dissolved gases are removed and pure gasoline is obtained from here. Okay. So once again listen. So please listen. Please draw diagram. So what happened? Higher molecules, larger molecules, larger liquid molecules we have to take. So cracking mean the larger molecules convert into smaller molecules. For example, take you have to take a liquid. So here, first of all, the higher molecules enter into free heaters at 425 to 450 degrees centigrade. At the catalytic chamber is there here. Then the cracking takes place. From here to the forcefully enter into the cracking chamber. So what happened? Almost 40% of gases or cracking gases enter into the fraction T column. Then that higher boiling point gases are condensed very fast. Then later lower boiling point gases are condensed later. So then the gases are enter the condensed product entering in the gasoline collector chamber. So we have to in this some dissolved gases also there. Some dissolved gases as well as stabilizer is there. So unwanted gases can be removed by using of stabilizer. Then enter into the stabilizing chamber. So in the stabilizing chamber, so unwanted dissolved gases are removed and pure gasoline is obtained. So this is about the what? Free fixed bed catalyting. What is that? Fixed bed catalytic cracking. So the catalyst after 8 to 10 hours stop the functioning due to the deposition of the black layer of carbon formed during the cracking. So this is reactivating by burning of the deposited carbon during the reactivated intervals. The vapors are diverted through another catalytic chamber. So what happened? After 8 to 10 hours, so continuously working. So what happened? This 2 to 4% of carbon layers are formed here. So after 10 hours, it will not work perfectly. So we have to divert another catalytic chamber. So we have to stop here after 10 hours and collect the another catalytic chamber. Divert the another catalytic chamber. So here freshly catalyst you have to take in this. So here from here to then connect to here. Like this. So meanwhile you have to repair and clean well and that one. So you have to divert to another. So everything is same. So just to divert the in the process of cracking. So 2 catalytic chambers are required. So the first 8 to 10 hours you have to use one catalytic thing. After that you have to divert to another catalytic chamber. So because the reason why that black layer of carbon 2% of carbon increased in 10 hours almost. So the stop the cracking. Okay. So this is about the what? Cracking takes place. What is that? Fixed bed catalytic. And also one more moving bed catalytic cracking. Moving bed catalytic. Just listen. It is also same thing. Moving bed catalytic is what? The solid catalyst is very finely powdered so that it behaves almost like a fluid. a fluid. So which can be circulated in the gas stream. The solid catalyst is very finely powdered. Solid catalyst, you are the very fine one. Fine solid catalyst you have to take. So it behaves like almost moving. So not stable one. Fine powder you have to take in the catalytic chamber. They are moving. So that is the reason moving bed catalyst. Here the fixed bed catalyst. Here we have to take the fine. That is the difference. Finely powdered catalyst you have to take in this catalytic chamber. So they are act as a liquids, a fluid. It acts as like a fluid. So which can be circulated in the gas stream. Circulated in the gas stream. The vapors of cracking stock, mean gas, oil or heavy oil, etc., mixed with this one fluidized catalyst. What is that? Fluidized catalyst, mixing both the oil as well as this catalyst, moving catalyst, in a larger reactor bed. In the bed reactor mean the catalytic chamber, in which the cracking of the heavier into larger molecules occurs. So near the top of the reactor, same, everything is the same. So what is that? Same thing there, but we have to take the powder, almost a liquid catalyst you have to take. That is the difference. The catalyst powder gradually becomes heavier due to the containing with the carbon. So here also what happened, after 6 to 10 hours, the powders also absorb the carbon, and here also 40 to 50% are condensed gasoline cracking gases are entered into the fractionated column, then cooler, then gasoline. Everything is same. Okay, everything is same. So this is about the what? Fixed moving bed catalysting. So today what we have discussed, the cracking. So there are cracking of two types, thermal cracking and catalytic cracking. So thermal cracking again divided in two types, vapor phase and liquid phase. And catalytic cracking, there are again divided into two types. One is the fixed bed catalyting, another one is the moving bed catalyting cracking. So fixed bed catalyting are containing the 6 chambers and 2 catalytic chambers. So this is the diagram, and in the same way moving bed catalytic also same thing, but you have to take the powdered, the difference between the, please draw it. So the difference is what? Fixed bed and moving bed. Here this one is the solid catalyst. Solid catalyst. It is fixed. Here moving bed mean almost this finely powdered, almost it's a fluidized catalyst. We can say fluidized catalyst. So the finely powder behaves as a fluid. Behaves as fluid. So that is the reason that smaller fluid molecules are moving catalyst. So that is the reason moving bed catalyst. That this catalyst is moving in the catalytic chamber. That is the difference. Everything is the same. Okay, thank you.